All right, let's jump straight into this explainer on some mind-blowing ancient economic laws from Leviticus 25.
Imagine living in a system where permanently owning real estate, it's actually impossible.
Here's the foundation. God is basically the ultimate landlord, and the people, just temporary tenants.
Since God owns the land, ancient Israelites could really only lease their property, never actually sell it.
This whole ancient setup revolves around one seriously radical concept called the Year of Jubilee.
Now, the rules completely shifted based on your zip code, walled cities versus unwalled villages.
If you sell a house in a walled city and don't buy it back within a year, gone forever.
But unwalled village houses, they're treated like country farmland. They always get returned during the Jubilee.
The Levites, though, got special exemptions. Their ancestral cities and suburbs were absolutely never lost.
So what happens if your neighbor falls into severe poverty? Well, the law says you gotta help them.
And get this, they mandated absolute zero interest or usury on loans to an impoverished brother.
To buy land back early, you just calculate the remaining years until Jubilee and refund the buyer.
Now, these leases also applied to human labor, which created a pretty stark ancient class divide.
You can clearly see the drastically different rules for an impoverished Israelite compared to a foreign stranger.
An Israelite literally couldn't be sold as a slave. They were just temporary hired workers.
The text strictly prohibited ruling over fellow Israelites with rigor, guaranteeing them basic, humane treatment instead.
And when that Jubilee finally hits, the worker and his kids walk away completely debt-free. Conversely, foreigners from surrounding nations could actually be bought as permanent possessions and inherited forever.
These individuals remained bondmen for life. They were totally excluded from that massive Jubilee release.
But wait, what if an impoverished Israelite sells himself to a wealthy foreigner living nearby?
The law stepped in here, allowing close family, like an uncle or cousin, to pay and redeem him.
That buyout price? It was calculated just like a hired servant's wages based on years until Jubilee.
Why? Because Israelites were ultimately God's servants, which absolutely guaranteed their eventual freedom at the Jubilee.
So, it makes you wonder, would our modern society actually benefit from a massive recurring economic reset?